a first look at this Volantex Ranger 600 new 4-channel version. I had taken a look several times at the previous version that they came out with, but it was only a 3-channel, and so I wasn't really interested in a 3-channel. But when they came out with this 4-channel plane, 4-channel version of this plane, I was really interested in it. This is courtesy of Banggood. I want to thank them much for sending this for review, and I love the paint scheme on it. The black, the white, the gray, the green. I think it looks very cool. You will not believe how light this plane is. I don't know how they keep managing to make these planes lighter and lighter. But full 4-channel. It's got, let's see here, it's got a manual that comes with it. The plane is fully assembled. There is absolutely nothing to assemble on this plane. Even the prop is already pre-installed. It came in the box just the way you see it right now. Okay, so you get a manual. The manual covers everything, and I'll go over the specs here in a second. You get a USB charger for your LiPos. Mine came with 2 LiPos. I believe there's also a 3-battery version, but I got the 2-battery version. It uses the little flat white connector, and these are 1S 400 milliamp hour LiPos. I got 2 of those, but I have plenty of those, so I'm going to take spares out with me. It comes with 2 spare props. I was surprised. I was assuming there was only going to be 1 spare prop in there, since the one that was already mounted on the plane. But no, there are 2 spare props in there. You get the transmitter, and one thing I like about this transmitter is it has a lanyard hook on it. I wish all of these ready-to-fly planes came with a transmitter that had a lanyard hook on them. Okay, so let's take a look at the specs, and you won't believe the weight. Okay, so the model number of this is 76102 SSR, Sierra Romeo. It's made out of EPP foam, which is the most durable foam that I have ever come across. It has a wingspan of 600 millimeters, which is 23.6 inches. It has a length of 460 millimeters, which is 18.1 inches. The brushed motor on it is a 10 millimeter hollow cup motor. I don't know if that's a 20 millimeter in length, but it's a 10 millimeter diameter. The props are 2510 two-blade bullnose props. It has an integrated ESC. The batteries I already spoke about. 1S 400 milliamp hour, says has a flight time of 14 minutes. It says that it has a takeoff weight. It had a takeoff weight there of 50 grams. That is not correct, but you will not believe how light this is. Without the LiPo, just the way you see this plane right now, it is only 59 grams in weight. The battery is 9.6 grams, so the all-up weight, I can't believe this, the all-up weight on this plane with the stock battery is 69.6 grams. I didn't, when I saw that 50-gram number on there, I thought there's no way that that's even close to 50. I really thought it was going to be a little over 100 grams all-up weight, but no, 69.6 grams. The receiver board has the X-Pilot gyro system. It's a 4-in-1 integrated board. It has the flight controller gyro. It has 2 2-gram servos on it that operate the rudder and the elevator, and then you have a single servo that operates the ailerons. So it's got linkage to 1 servo for both of the ailerons. So that's really cool. The transmitter has 3 modes. When you pull the toggle switch towards you, that is beginner mode, and then fully stabilized, it's going to restrict your roll and your pitch angle, and it's going to self-level. It's hard to say what it's going to do in the mid mode, which is the kind of like the acrobat mode. Normally you can pull loops in that mode, but it typically won't allow you to roll the plane. So we'll just have to test that once we get it out there. And then all the way back is full manual mode, expert mode. So I like the fact that it has a full manual mode. Volantex, I think puts a manual mode on just about all of their planes. They're ready to fly planes that I have used, and I really appreciate them doing that. You've got before you arm the motor, and when you connect the battery up to the plane, make sure that you got it level, you know, so when the gyro initializes, it's in a level attitude. In order to bind to the, in order to unlock the motor, you need to move the throttle stick all the way up, all the way down. You'll hear a beep. Now, if you want to set the U-turn function to have the plane, you know, when you press a button, have the plane make a 180-degree turn back from the direction in which you launched it. You have to record the direction in which you're going to launch the plane before you launch it. And before you unlock the motor, you want to press the throttle button. The throttle button is the button that you're going to use to hold down and set your launch direction. You'll hear it beep, and then you can release it. Okay, so while you're flying, if you press that button again, the plane will make a U-turn and come back in the opposite direction in which it was launched. But you can take control of it anytime you want to, just by moving one of the sticks. That will disable the U-turn function. Okay. It also has an auto launch function with this multifunction button up here on the top left-hand shoulder. So you power up the plane, you power up the transmitter. If you don't want to set your U-turn function, then just go ahead and unlock the motor by moving the stick all the way up, all the way down. You'll hear a beep. You need to make sure that when you press the auto launch button that the throttle is at 0, because if it detects any throttle when you press the button, it's going to think that you're pressing a stunt button, because it's a multifunction button. So make sure the throttle's all the way down. You can press the auto launch button and then move your throttle stick all the way up to the top. You're going to launch the plane with a slightly upward angle. It's supposed to climb and loiter until you move one of the control sticks, and then it will take it out of the auto launch function. Okay, so that's the way that's supposed to work. So while you're flying, if you want to do a stunt, because it can do rolls and it can do loops on its own, so while you're flying around, press the multifunction button on the top left-hand corner of the transmitter. You will hear, while it's beeping, you need to move to perform the stunt while the transmitter is beeping, and you can pull back on the stick to make it perform a loop. You can push the aileron stick to the left or to the right to make it roll left or roll to the right. Make sure you have some altitude when you do that, because these planes will typically lose quite a bit of altitude while they're performing those maneuvers. But that's how all those functions work. So I'm really anxious. I'm going to charge up the batteries. If weather permits, I will have this in the air tomorrow. So watch for the maiden flight video coming up next. But what a fantastic looking little plane, and I cannot believe how lightweight that is, man. That's amazing. I don't know how they managed to make that plane that lightweight. But I'm really looking forward to taking it out and seeing what it will do. So stay tuned for that. All right, that's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.